So at this point, as you might know, Natalie is currently away from the boat. She's visiting some family at the moment.
James, look what you're missing out on.
I think I've got a small window coming up, and so I'm going to do my first solo sail. It's about 160 nautical miles, and I'll be sailing from here in Puerto Palence, Majorca to Borriana, which is just north of Valencia.
Without my love for the ocean, I would be long gone by now. It's some kind of devotion that brings me.
Hey guys, well, so I thought I'd just give you a little update on what's going on. Nat's currently away from the boat at the moment. She's visiting some family, and I need to get the boat back to Borriana, which is where we're actually going to put the boat during the next 4 months for winter. We've got a lot of boat projects to do. Now, I've actually been trying to make this trip now for a while when Natalie was here, but the weather just hasn't cooperated, as you guys have seen. We've just had storm system after storm system after storm. I mean, the weather has just been terrible. So, but I think I have a small window coming up, so I'm going to use the opportunity to do my first solo sail. So from here in Puerto Palence, Majorca to Borriana, which is about just north of Valencia. I plan on leaving at 4 o'clock in the morning. I know the exit out of this anchorage very well, so I'm quite happy leaving in the dark with the idea that I get in the following day, you know, somewhere around noon. So things I've been doing to sort of prep for the voyage is I've cooked a couple of meals for the trip, big pasta, things like that.
I'm just cooking a meal for me and my grandma, and it just feels so good to have a kitchen again. It's unbelievable. Like a proper kitchen anyway. So we are having pasta with shrimps and garlic and cream.
I've been just going through all of the rigging, making sure everything's okay. Like I said, we've had a lot of bad weather, so just checking lines aren't chafed and nothing's come loose. All my topping lifts are okay. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm also quite confident. We sailed across this passage already.
James is all business whilst planning his first ever solo sail. Meanwhile, I gallivant around Cyprus with not a care in the world, eating kebab after kebab.
James, look what you're missing out on. Oh my god. Chef Talia, everything.
Say hi, Sheila. Hi. Cyprus is an island at the far eastern end of the Mediterranean. It is the third largest island in the Mediterranean, with some spectacular landscape and some interesting history. So welcome to Cyprus. It's probably a bit of a shock to you guys why I'm here, especially because I've left James behind doing all the hard work, and he will be doing a solo sail soon over to Valencia, where we're going to leave the boat over winter. So I've probably gone at the worst time possible, but I'm out here helping my nan out, who's out here as well. We're just going to get a few things done before she comes over for Christmas as well, over to Madrid. So I've just flown out here for a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's nice being back and having a bit of a holiday really, whilst James is doing all the hard work. So I do feel quite guilty, but he's getting prepared and doing his solo sail, so that should be, you know, he definitely wanted to do that, so it'll be a massive accomplishment. And I know he's been looking forward to doing a solo sail for a while, so I have no doubt he will be fine, but it's still a little bit worrisome. People use this beach because it's so protected to actually bring their boats down this ramp here. they bring them down and straight into the ocean here. So you can see all the tire tracks behind me, especially with little fishing boats, because it's a massive bay and it's completely sheltered. So it's a really, really good one. The best thing about these beaches out here in Cyprus, they're always deserted. So you have the whole beach to yourself and no one to bother you, especially I guess because it's the off season as well.
So I'm going to spend the day getting the boat ready now to make my trip. So I'm going to solo sail from here, Port de Pollença to Bordiana. It's about 160 nautical miles. I'm going to leave tonight around 4 a.m. Yeah, I've been hunkered down in here. I've had a lot of cabin fever. I've been stuck in here for like 2 weeks on my own. But anyway, so I'm going to clean up the boat. Because you know, it's always the way. Whenever the missus leaves, you kind of get a bit lazy. So, but first things first, coffee. Because this day is not starting without coffee. And yeah, I'm super excited to take you guys with me as I do my first solo sail. Alright, morning guys. It's 3:05. I've just had a bowl of cereal. I did not sleep very well last night. I knew I wouldn't. Well, as you can hear, the engine is running. I'm 6 hours into my trip. I'm just about to go past the end of Majorca. I've been motor sailing pretty much the whole way, and I was expecting there to not be much wind this morning. That was the trade-off, but I was expecting though to have wind by now though. Unfortunately, still haven't got it. I've only got about 8 knots, so hopefully in the next hour or so I should get the wind that I'm supposed to get, which is a southerly. Should be about 15 knots, and then I can turn these engines off. So, but otherwise pretty smooth sailing. I pulled up anchor in the dark. It was dead calm, and motored out of the anchorage. It was a little tricky going through the anchorage because there's these Posidonia farms where they have all these mooring buoys, but I pretty much knew where they were, so I got through okay. There's a couple of mooring balls that I had to keep an eye out for, but yeah, slow and steady I got through there. So I've got about 23 hours to go, so if everything goes okay, hopefully I pick up a little bit of time when the wind kicks in, because I'm only motoring at 5 knots, but I reckon when we get 15 knots of wind I could be doing over 6 knots, so quite peaceful. Other than the engine going, I had a little bit of a snooze. I had about a half-hour nap earlier. So far so good with the first solo sail. Bloody cold. I'm freezing. I've got 2 duvets out here and I'm freezing. I've sent some messages to people before I lose mobile reception here. And just let everybody know I'm okay, and nobody seems too worried, so neither do I. I'll check back in with you in a bit. I'm just going to have some waffles. I made some waffles earlier, so I'm going to have those bad boys now. Woo, check out my waffles!
Meanwhile, Sheila and I, with some amazing friends, Lauren and Jessica, visit a beautiful mosque situated in front of the salt plains in Larnaca.
Alright, so just quick recap. I'm about 2.5 hours from the marina in Bordiana.
As James approaches land and gets phone reception, the messages flood in. Everybody is so relieved and happy that he is safe and sound. So proud of you, James. So me and Sheila are at the mosaics in Cyprus, in Paphos, and these mosaics were all from this city that was a Roman city. So there's loads of houses, and inside they've brought it all up, restored the mosaics, and then laid it back out. And it was pretty incredible the way they'd done it, because they put like this big wooden roller, rolled it as if it was like a piece of paper around this massive roller, and then restored it, like did what they had to do, and then put it back on this thing, and then unrolled it and put it back on the floor, and it's absolutely amazing. So yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Join us next week on Sailing Zephyr as James and my youngest brother Brandon prepare the boat for winter storage. I, of course, put in all the hard yards over in Cyprus by visiting Roman ruins and some stunning beaches. So the Romans pretty much had it all, so that is spectacular. Curium Beach behind me. I used to come here as a little girl about 15, 16 years ago. Consider clicking on us to subscribe to our channel and follow the journey aboard Zephyr.